Cool. I think we are live, so let's get cracking. Sorry for the slight delay, everyone. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us at this Your Overseas Home webinar. My name is Ryan Timms and I'm the marketing manager here at Your Overseas Home. Today we'll be chatting with Manlio from C Legal about the 90-day rule on the visas when buying in Italy. It's great to have you all here with us, whether you're live or whether you're catching up on demand. We only have 30 minutes, so let's crack on. If you do have a question, please type your query into the questions tab on the right-hand side of your screen. If you do need a reminder of anything discussed today or want to share this with your family or friends, a replay will be available on our website, so please check that out. And you can watch it at your leisure. Let's crack on. So Manlio, it would be great if you could please start by giving us a quick summary of who you are and how C Legal can help our viewers today.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon, and also good afternoon to all the attendees at this webinar, or good morning, everywhere you are. Also, thank you to the Overseas Home portal for inviting me as a lawyer expert on this topic. We discussed today to learn about the 90 days rule and visas when buying in Italy. We are, for this reason, inviting this webinar because we are specializing in real estate law firm, immigration lawyer. Our office is headquartered in Rome, with also other offices really important in Milan. We are opening a new office in Tuscany, in Lucca. But we have also other liaison office in Puglia, in Tuscany, and in Sicily, in Palermo. And we are assisting many foreign clients in purchasing real estate property in Italy, but also we help all the clients who are purchasing a property in Italy and want to relocate in our fabulous country. We provide our services, legal services all over Italy, and we are able to help and assist all the clients in the matter of purchasing the property or relocation, immigration law, or applying for a visa, business setup, also if they are entitled to get Italian citizenship, also with Italian citizenship as well. So this is our main, we are focused on this topic of law, so I'm here to reply to your question.
Cool. Thank you very much for that, Matteo. So yeah, I'll just start off by asking a few questions. So, do you have a presentation that you can pop up, or is it just a matter of speaking?
Sorry?
Basically, we're obviously covering the 90-day rule and visas in Italy. So, quick first question I'm going to ask was, do I need a visa if I'm buying a holiday home in Italy?
Okay. Basically, if I speak in general, if a client does not have a special visa in order to purchase a property, it's not needed that the client has a special visa in order to purchase a property in Italy. Obviously, we should verify the double treaty between Italy and a specific country. If the country, for example, England, United Kingdom, allows to Italian citizenship to purchase a property in UK, also Italy allow this to purchase UK citizen property in Italy. Obviously, this condition is already matched. So, for example, speaking about UK citizen can purchase property freely in Italy without any kind of visa. Obviously, for UK citizens with Brexit, in order to stay in Italy more than 90 days, they have to get a valid Italian visa. This is correct. But in general, in order to purchase a property, it's not mandatory or needed to that a person from European Union obtain a valid visa.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. So, how long can you stay in Italy without a visa? So, if you're coming over to look at properties, etc., if you find a property and you end up buying one, can you stay there for a period of time?
Yes, this is what I already told. Citizens not from European Union countries can stay in Italy or in the Schengen area only for 90 days. For example, Australians, UK citizens, Americans from the US can stay in their Schengen 90 days. After 90 days, they shall obtain a valid visa in order to stay longer in Italy or in the Schengen area. There are many visas that which some requirements citizens from outside from European countries can obtain.
Okay, perfect. So if I was to ask about, if I was to apply for a visa, how much income / assets would I need to show to be able to actually get one?
This depends on which kind of visa the person will apply. If the person will purchase a property in Italy, they can obtain, we can assist them, we can apply clients in order to get a visa for elective residency, which means after purchasing a property or in the process to purchase a property, the person, the clients who has some economic requirements to show to the Italian authorities can apply for a visa for elective residency. This kind of visa is preferably for retired people or person with to economic funds that are able to stay in Italy and provide economic requirements above 32,000 euros per year and stay in Italy without working. So they must show income coming from passive income, which means pensions, investment funds, rentals, and not income coming from employees. With this kind of visa, obviously you should show and will provide also policy insurance and provide all the documentation original to the Italian consulate. They must have also the insurance policy, and they can stay, once they get from the Italian consulate abroad the visa, they can stay longer than 90 days, and they within 80 days they arrive in Italy. They should appear to the Italian questura in order to get permesso di soggiorno. After they get the permesso di soggiorno to the local questura, they can stay longer than 90 days and up to 1 year. After 1 year, the client can also show to the Italian authorities the same economic requirements, and they can stay longer for additional 2 years. This type of visa is longer, is valid for 5 years, basically.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for that. So do many people fail to get visas? And if so, what would be the main reason they kind of don't get them?
Excuse me?
So do many people fail to get permission to get visas? And if so, what would be the main reason they don't?
Yes, Italian bureaucracy is difficult because the Italian authorities must request a lot of documentation that for a foreigner is difficult to understand, but for us as a lawyer it's not so difficult. Basically, we check in advance if the person has the economic requirements or the requirements in order to get this kind of the visa. We provide the application, and we support also the clients to support with the mandatory documentation that Italian authorities request. Also, in case they request also translation from documents. So sometimes we know that the clients become frustrated for the difficulties of providing the documentation to the Italian authorities.
Okay, nice. So if my partner is unmarried and has like an EU passport, can I live in Italy without a visa?
A couple are married.
Sorry, what was that?
A couple are married, and you're broken up for a second, for instance.
Sorry, my bad. I don't know if I'm having connection issues. So if my partner is unmarried and has an EU passport, can I live in Italy without a visa?
We experience the same question also many times. If the partners are unmarried, they should apply for other kind of visa or for a personal visa showing obviously her or his economic requirements. So he cannot join, for example, another person that obtained already the visa as a member of family because they are married.
Okay, nice. So I've just seen a question pop up from David. He's just asked, is there an update on digital nomad visas?
Yes, unfortunately not yet. We are waiting and looking forward to obtaining news from the Italian government because we are waiting for the guidelines that will be issued from the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Interior in order to verify which kind of requirements the Italian law will request. Unfortunately, we hope that now on Sunday will be the general election here in Italy. We hope that in a couple months we will receive some update from the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, nice. Hang on a sec. There's some more questions come through. Let me just quickly grab them. So we've also had one from Duncan. So if I require a residential visa to be able to stay longer than 90 days, does this present any problems with my British citizenship?
Sorry, the residency?
So yeah, if I acquire a residence visa to be able to stay longer than 90 days, does this present any problems with my British citizenship?
No, because absolutely not. Because if you get a valid visa and get a residency in Italy, you don't lose obviously the citizenship. That is absolutely another kind of law. You cannot lose your rights of citizenship or UK citizenship. Absolutely not.
Okay, nice. We've also got a question from Kevin as well. So she's asking, or he's asking about children. Should I apply for children's visas at the same time? And will I need to do this?
Yes, depends which kind of visa. For example, visa for elective residency, also the children or the members of the family can apply at the same time as members of the same family. So they can obtain in consideration of the requirements from the Italian law, they can get all together the visa in order to stay in Italy longer than 90 days.
Okay, cool. So Nathan's also asked a question. So can one partner from a married couple apply for an elective residence if they are retired and meet their economic requirement, but their partner is still working and cannot apply for an effective residence?
If you are speaking about visa for elective residency, this is what I mentioned before. This type of visa is preferably for people retired, because this kind of visa does not allow the person to carry out any kind of work in Italy, even remotely. The law is clear on this topic. With this kind of visa, the client cannot work even remotely. But also, if they would like to apply with this kind of visa, they show that they have, for example, sufficient economic funds, rentals, etc., and they work remotely, they have a problem with the taxation, because with the residency, with Italian residency, you also become tax residents. This is another aspect they have to consider.
Okay, so we've had a few other questions on the 90-day restriction. So one of the questions from Catherine was, is the 90-day restriction just for Italy, or does it apply to is it Schengen area as a whole?
Yes, this is the general restrictions for the Schengen area, 90 days and 3 months within the Schengen area, basically European Union countries.
Okay. And Derek has also asked a question about the 90 days. So are the 90 days spread over a calendar year? So stay over 3 visits, for instance.
So, sorry, this is a question?
Yeah. So there's another question on the 90-day rule from Derek. He's asked, are the 90 days spread over a calendar year? So can you visit over 3 visits, for instance?
The rules about 90 days works as follows. You can stay in the Schengen area for 90 days. After the 90 days, you have to leave the Schengen area and stay out of the Schengen area for an additional 90 days. As far as you complete the 90 days, you can come back within the Schengen area for an additional 90 days. So you have 90 days in, 90 days out, 90 days in, 90 days out.
Okay, perfect.
For 1 calendar year.
Okay, that makes sense. So Duncan's also asked a question. So will the residency visa allow me to work in Italy?
In theory, we should verify every year the regulation from the Italian government that is the Decreto Flussi, which Italian government allows restriction numbers of people that they can come to Italy and work. But there are a lot of requests that we should verify each sector of work the client is intending to move to Italy and working and apply. It is not easy to apply for visa for working, but it depends which kind of work, or if they are, for example, employees of some companies, startup companies. This change the situation.
So where can you apply for these visas?
Sorry?
Where can you apply for these visas?
Basically, the person has to apply to the Italian consulate where they reside. If I reside in London, I shall apply to the Italian consulate in London. If I reside and live in New York, I should apply to the Italian consulate in New York.
Okay. So if you're already living in Italy and you've stayed there for a while, so you can apply from Italy.
If you already stay longer than 90 days, this means that you already have a valid visa. If you come to Italy for a tourist visa to stay 90 days, you cannot apply in Italy and change the tourist visa in other visa to apply to the Italian consulates. And we support also Italian foreign clients in all the Italian consulates worldwide.
Cool. So if you are buying a property to live in Italy, is it more sensible to apply for the visa first?
You mean if you purchase a property?
Yeah, if you're looking to buy a property to live in Italy, is it more sensible to apply for a visa first?
No, it's not fast, but purchasing a property in Italy, this is also, there is a case law from the court that they can obtain, is more simple, that they can get Italian elective visa residency. Absolutely, yes, this helps a lot. Obviously, they have to provide also the economic requirements, at least 32,000 euros per year.
We've had another question as well. So if Chris has asked, if someone's had a small criminal conviction from when they were a teenager, will that prevent them getting a visa?
Sorry?
So if someone has a small criminal conviction from when they were a teenager, will that prevent them from getting a visa?
The question is that a teenager can get a visa?
No. So if you have a criminal conviction when you were younger, will that prevent someone getting a visa?
For example, in America, this depends from which kind of penalty or criminal responsibility they commitment. In theory, no, but we should verify in advance. Because, for example, the Italian consulate in the USA require FBI records as well. So we have to verify in advance.
Okay. So does buying a property first help get a visa over the line?
If you purchase a property in Italy, does not mean that you are an expedited procedure for the application, because the Italian consulate, if you apply for a visa, should respond within 90 days.
Okay. So how much do you have to earn a year to qualify for a visa? Someone's just asked that.
If you are speaking about a visa for elective residency, the economic requirements that the Italian authorities must request would be 32,000 euros per year. 32,000. Coming from passive income again.
Cool. Okay, perfect. Well, I think we've covered most of the questions asked today. Do you have any other key areas that you wanted to touch on before we kind of round the presentation down?
I would like to, we spoke a lot with visa for elective residency. As mentioned during the conversation, there is also digital nomad visa not in force at this time. We are waiting for the guidelines from the Italian government. There are other type of visa that the Italian golden visa, if, for example, clients would like to invest 2 million euros in security issued by the Italian government, or at least the person would like to invest 500,000 euros in share or stocks of an already existing capital company incorporated operating in Italy, limited liability company or SPI, etc. Or also for donation and philanthropic activity, at least 1 million euros. I know that there are a lot of money, but there are also the type of visa.
Okay, so we've actually just had one more question from Andrew. So they've asked, how easy is it to get a work visa, and can this lead to a permanent residency? So will a visa lead to a permanent residency?
You don't. We are speaking about that they are personal from outside from European country, because if they are from European countries, it's easier to move and get a residency. The economic restrictions are not so strong. If the person who asked me this question is from UK or US, Australia, he can obtain a working visa that is not easy to obtain because it's contingent with the Decreto Flussi, the numbers of people that come to Italy and work, or get Italian visa for elective residency. In this case, you can obtain residency. But with this kind of visa, again, they cannot work. It's not easy to find a valid visa for working. We are waiting for a digital nomad visa because now, after COVID, a lot of people can work remotely, but we are waiting for the guidelines. Unfortunately, Italy, with also the general election coming soon, we are waiting for these guidelines, and we are able to assist, and a lot of people can enjoy Italy and move here and work remotely. I hope really soon.
Nice. So we've actually just had a question come up from Elizabeth asking about self-employed visas, and she's just asking how difficult is it to get a self-employed visa?
This is depends if or where she came from. If she came from European Union, it's quite easier. If VAT number, etc., we should apply for in the municipality. We should show the economic requirements at least 7,000 euros. If she's from European Union countries, can move. If outside the European Union countries, has to apply for a working visa.
Cool. So just one final question to wrap up about the self-employed visa. So if you manage to get one, can your family come with you on that visa?
If they get a valid visa, the same family member can join the person who was obtaining the visa. Your grandfather, the mom that doesn't live with the applicant cannot join. They have to be the same member of family, which means husband, children, etc.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, I think we've come up to the 30-minute mark. So thank you very much for that, Manlio, and all your guidance and your insightful tips. So we strongly recommend you get in touch with Sea Legal directly to discuss your requirements in detail after this webinar. Thank you to all of our viewers who have watched this session. We wish you the best on your overseas move. If you have any other various questions or the questions haven't been answered, be free. We can answer them after this webinar, and we'll send them over to Sea Legal to look at. Before we finish, we're also hosting a virtual event on the 12th of November, a day where you can gather all information you need and meet advisors from our multi-partner channels to help you guide you on your property hunting journey. So be free to check that out on our website. And thanks again very much for joining, Manlio, and thanks again for everyone that
Thank you. Thank you again, and hello everybody. We are here to looking forward to assisting and helping you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Bye bye.